What's up, y'all? It's your boy Wavebuiler Banks. New player on the scene. You know what I mean? I'm pretty much where everybody's starting at. You know what I mean? Like when you say I'm gonna wake up in the morning, I'm like I'm gonna get waves. I'm the guy. This is where I'm starting at. Like this is gonna be my thing. I'm like I really want them this time. So that's when you have to know. Like you have to be on that point where you're like I really want them. Because if you don't really want them, you ain't gonna put the work in. So when you really want them, you'll put the work in. You know what I mean? Everybody's got their own reasons for wanting to get them. Like really, like I've always been fascinated by them. You know, like damn, those shits look tight. But my boy Young Wavy, he took his shit to like the level he at, man. Just made me want to get really in it. I started trying to get them like 3 months ago. Grew my hair, you know, I was like letting it grow out, brushing. Lost my brushes, so then I got discouraged and got to cut. Now I'm gonna start up again. So pretty much I started with a broke kit, you know what I mean? Like one broke, just started with a broke kit. Just didn't want to spend that much money at first. So I already had like 4 do-rags, but I bought 2 fresh ones, you know what I'm saying? I bought 2 fresh ones. $1.50 a pop. Boom. That's $3. And of course, another thing you need when you get a brush is, getting waves a brush. So get me a brush stroke 217004, $2. You know, a nice. It's not soft. It's not soft. It's kind of a medium. It's a good starter brush. You know, $2. So 2 of these, 1 of this, 5 bones. You know what I mean? So spent $5 to start my shit up again. Now about this brush, didn't really like it at first. Maybe it's like a fresh cut. You know what I mean? But the harder the better. When you're trying to start your waves up, the harder the better. And I know I couldn't take a hard right off the bat, so I started with a medium this time. It's pretty good. I didn't really like it at first, like I said, but like after the first week, we really bond. We really bonded. I call this bust down. You know, feel like no matter what, this brush is gonna just bust it down for me. You know what I mean? So we started with this. Now, I would have had to buy some moisturizer, but I got a sister and a mom. That's it. You know what I mean? Like that's my family right there. So I swear I got 2 girls in my family. So I feel like if you got 1 girl in your family, you're gonna be able to find some of this. Especially if you got an ethnic parent, probably black, Puerto Rican. You know, they got this. They got this. They got some hair lotion. So I grabbed this from mom because mom's be buying this by the loads. You know, it's about $2 or $3 at a time. It seems like, or there's always 2 or 3 bottles around. So I just grabbed one of these. I tried this during my first session, my first time, 3 months ago. It was alright. It was like softened, but I really felt like my hair was like dry. It felt dry. It felt dry like always, all the time. Like I felt like I had to keep putting this stuff in. So it didn't really agree with me. Motions, hair lotion, it didn't really agree with me. So I went off that. And I went back to the olive oil. This stuff I was using a lot. Not waving, just using it. But I like this stuff better. It gave my hair a nice shine. It was always gleaming. I felt my hair was more moisturized all the time. So I recommend this product. Especially if you're just gonna start off. If you're just gonna start off, on a budget, and say you live somewhere like Iowa, where they don't have like a lot of urban stuff. This will do. This is a good start. You can get it at Walgreens and stuff like that, Kmart. Organics, olive oil. This is the one I use right now, but there's tons of different olive oils, but I'm using this one. Now since I get my hair cut like every 2 weeks, I don't consider like the first 2 weeks of me growing my hair out. I don't consider that to be woofing. I consider it after those 2 weeks. So, like, first 2 weeks I was using the olive oil. This first week of woofing, I switched to this wave butter. Now, I was a little skeptical. I heard good things about it, but I was a little skeptical. Like, it can't be all that. But what I did have problems with the first 2 weeks, I was like the first 2 weeks, I was getting waves like on my top real good on my side, like not on my sides, but like right where it be connecting at, and in the back I was getting some nice patterns. But this side came in a little better than this one, but this stuff stepped it up the past week. Like I said, I've been using this past week. Actually, not even a whole week, like 5 days. And I've already seen major improvements with this stuff. Wave Butter by Wavebuilder. I already seen major improvements with this stuff. So I think if you're going to start off, like, get this stuff. And what I do is, like, really, I still use the olive oil. But I use that, like, wake up, brush for, like, put about 50 strokes in around. You know what I mean? So, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, 10, maybe 20 on the side. So about that's 60 really. Or, you know. So I put about 60 strokes in to start off with. And then I'll put this in. I'll rush for like another 60, you know. And then I'll go ahead and get dressed a little bit. When I'm about to sit down and get a serious session, like right before I'm like out to go work. Or like even like when I'm getting dropped off to go to work or whatever. I got like a massive time to brush. I put this in and I go in a massive session. Like my sessions are usually like 50, 50, 75, 75. You know what I mean? So that's 250 strokes, like for one session. But really, I go way more than that. Like I brush, man. I continuously go like continuously. Even when I get in the job, I'm still brushing. So I'm putting like one session for me is 250 strokes, and I feel like you want to put in like 500 strokes a day minimum. But I'm putting it. I know I do 3 sessions a day, and like I said, that's 250. So I'm putting in 750 strokes, regardless. And but I work on my sides a lot. So when you have those sessions, those serious waving sessions, I suggest you use this. Now, I don't wash my hair every other day right now. I wash it every 3 days. But I think I'm gonna go to every other day, but I wash every 3 days. And right now, what I'm using is Redken shampoo and the conditioner. Now, when you shampoo and you condition, brush, man, like get another brush if you can for a shower. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to take your everyday brush into the shower. Get another brush for the shower. Get another little cheap $2 brush for the shower. Brush that shit in your hair, man. Like, especially after you condition, I feel like that's really soft. About once every other week, I will use olive cholesterol, deep conditioner cream. Now, like this conditioner, I leave in my hair for like 10 minutes. This is when I leave in my hair for like 10 minutes. Oh, that's the shampoo. Conditioner, I leave in my hair for like 10 minutes, you know? But this one I leave in like 15 to 20. I haven't really felt the difference yet. I know they both leave my hair really soft. I think this one leaves my hair a little bit softer, but they do work. Now, so I'm in week 1. That's like I said earlier, I'm in week 1. So, like, about week, maybe next week, depending on how thick my hair is, I'm gonna start throwing this in the mix. Like, I used a little bit of it last week. Like I said, my sides were like not coming in. I thought this would help, but I feel like this is gonna be more when I'm really woofing, like 3 to 4. But I might throw it in the mix next week. But the one thing I can say, like you said, I used a little bit of it. One thing I can say about it, it smells really, really amazing. Like, I like the smell of coconut anyway, so this stuff right here smells amazing. So next video, next week, I might talk a little bit about this, like how I like it in my hair. One thing I want to tell y'all, man, y'all gotta brush, man. Like, stay brushing out there, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, this is pretty much just, like I said, a vlog. If I can get waves, you can get waves. It just takes dedication and work, man. Like, anything you want, you gotta work for it, you know what I mean? So, I might see y'all in a few days. I might see y'all next week. Who knows? But, up your game. Brush a lot. As you can see, they coming in very nicely. One thing I want to tell y'all, man, like, a lot of people get discouraged, like I say, because I noticed a lot of my friends got discouraged because they weren't getting them on the sides very well. And they was worried about their crown. I'm not really, I brush from the crown, but that's going to take time, man. Like, to get all the way back here is going to take time. It's going to take time because I feel like when you come from back here, you're actually you're thinning out your hair a little bit. So I feel like the more I'm brushing from my crown, it's just stretching my hair out, you know what I'm saying? So, like, it's just looking, right now it's looking a little bare to me. Like, when I look in the mirror, it's looking a little bare, but I can feel, like, if I rub my hands through my hair, like, you know, rub it through my head, I can feel them coming in back there. So I'm thinking 3 weeks, I'm going to be good back there, you know what I mean? My crown's going to be nice, but you got to take the time. Like, it's not going to come overnight. Like, sometimes it do, you know. No, I don't really. But, I mean, unless you put a lot of fucking strokes in, but it's going to take a while, man, especially if you start with a low cut. I started with a low cut, so you got to let your hair grow because your hair is going to curl. So, like I said, man, we'll see what happens next week. I think I'm going to be using the pomade this week. I'm finna start using this 360. Like I said, like, y'all don't believe how, like, I tried to do this in the South. Like, when I was in the South, when I was down there, that's when I really like the style. Like, I thought about trying to do it, or I tried to do it, but I didn't stay dedicated. Look at this. This is a tin. This is a tin can, man. This is old. It's old as hell. Tin. They don't even make these no more. They're making them in plastic now. So I already got the pomade on deck. You know what I'm saying? I already got that joint. I got the curl hands smoothie. Next week, we're going to see what these do to the hair. See how these look in the hair. You know what I'm saying? See what the hold is like. See what we got on the waves. You're gonna keep upping the products, upping the brush game. I think I'm gonna get a crown brush, or if they send me one, I'll start using it. You know what I mean? And see where it takes us. You know. But I'm about to definitely up the brush game a little bit. About to get a hard, maybe a medium soft and a soft brush for after I get the cut. But we buy those as we go. So till next time, y'all. Stay brushing. Stay waving. Y'all can see a little bit of it. You know what I mean? I don't know. Y'all can't probably see it very good in the light. But they there, man. Even the back. I mean, y'all want me to really turn around. So you can see the back a little bit. They coming in there. I'm working at it. But, I mean, that's what it is. So, follow the progress. And if, and if you see I'm doing it and I'm getting them, that's all you got. You can do it too. Just you got to brush. That's the one key thing I'm learning. The big difference, because man, I'm trying to tell you. When I first started 3 months ago, I was only doing like one session, probably 100 strokes here and there, and not really even them out. No, I was just going around, just brushing. You know what I'm saying? But the more I up my freaking brush stroke count minimum per day, it's getting there, man. It's getting there. So stay brushing, stay waving. Deuce.